Well, hello there, Tankers of the Blitz universe. I'm Flossie, and this in front of you is the Unreal Engine test build of Blitz. A lot of you guys will be able to test this out for yourself by the time you are seeing this video, but in today's video, I will be taking a deep dive into tank sets, what they're all about, how to use them, and kind of what you're gonna expect when this feature rolls out. Now, before I do start the video, I just want to make a couple of things clear. This is obviously the test build of the game. What that means is all of these features can change, especially if you yourself give Wargaming feedback. That is the best way for you to get your voice heard, and if you don't like a certain feature, tell Wargaming that you don't like or what you don't like about it, and that will allow them to better understand what their community wants from this build. So really, give your feedback. It is so important. I will be doing my part and giving my feedback about everything that I can in this current build. And make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel, because right now this video is about sets, but my next video may be about commanders, might be about the gameplay. I will be making videos about absolutely everything you need to know about Unreal Engine. So stay tuned and make sure you're subscribed to the channel, as it not only supports me, but it allows you to stay up to date when I post those videos. So with that out of the way, let's get on into tank sets. As you can see right now, I'm clicked on my Caro, and it is in this set right here. You'll notice these little icons at the bottom when you're scrolling through your tanks in your garage. These are different tank sets, and you can see tanks like the 30B, STB are in this one set right here. There's another one with the 62A, T22, and 140, and the list goes on and on. Every single tank in Blitz will be part of a set. So no more will certain tanks be hidden from view in the shop, and they'll only be in view when they're in rotation in the shop. Every single tank, you will be able to view all of them at once by searching through the different tank sets. So let's take a dive into where you're going to locate the tank sets from your garage. So right now you're at the home screen. This is the main screen of the garage, obviously. If you go to two tabs to your left-hand side right here, you will hit the set tab. All of the tanks in the entire game, like I said, all 680 of them at the time of recording this video, will be viewable in one of these sets, one or the other. Like, you'll have to scroll through all of them to find what tank you're looking for, obviously, but all of the tanks in the game are viewable in these sets. So let's take a look at what this whole tab has to offer. Starting off, obviously, you have the kind of main highlighted sets right here. I don't know if this is going to be where new sets that enter the game are going to be displayed, as they are obviously the biggest sections, but you can see the kind of different sets that are rotating through here. Just below that is categories, which is where the different tank classes will be. So you can sort the tank sets by classes or categories. So you see here, there's heavy tanks, tank destroyers, medium tanks, light tanks, etc, etc. So if you were to click on one of these sets here, or one of these categories, it will take you to all of the sets that have heavy tanks in them. So that's kind of narrowing down your search option a little bit right there. From there, if you go back to the set tab, you can scroll down more, and all of these different categories will have different attributes that all of the tanks in them are using. So let's say you want to scroll down and you want to find a tank that has unique mechanics. Let's say the Halloween tanks. There is a set tab or a category that says unique mechanics. So every tank in the game that has a unique mechanic will most likely be in this list of different sets. So let's say you don't want to go the long route of searching through every single damn set to find the tank you want, which is understandable. There's way too many sets in this game to be doing that, and it's very overwhelming for anyone who's just straight up looking at this page and being like, where are all my tanks at, bro? Like, I just want to find one specific tank. Well, if you scroll all the way to the top of the page, this is where you're going to find the search icon on the right hand side of your screen. You click on this, this is what I think, personally for me, is the best feature about the sets out of all the features that there are. The search icon. This is where you're going to be able to narrow down your search option to exactly what tank you want. So let's say, for instance, you don't know what tank you want to play, but you do know that you want to pick a specific nation. So let's say you want to play, I don't know, British tanks or something. You can go down to the bottom right here and it says faction. These are all the different nations that are already in the current version of the game. They're going to be transferred over and it will be placed in the search function of this game. So it'll allow you to pick different nations that you want to pick from. So let's say you want to pick Britain nation right there. That will show you all of the sets that British tanks are located in. Let's say from there you want to narrow your search down even more. You can pick either heavy tanks, light tanks, medium tanks, or tank destroyers to choose from. If you were to say, let's pick heavy tanks, for instance, then it will narrow down your search to all of the sets that have British heavy tanks in them. Let's say you want to narrow it down even more. Then you can go to tank types. You can search for your tech tree tanks or your set tanks right there. So the ones that you buy for credits. Then you have your premium tanks and obviously your collectors as well. So yeah, you can really narrow it down. And then obviously you can narrow it down by tier as well. So you have obviously your max tier ones that are going to be in these 3 sets. You have your tier 9s or tier 6s, as I guess they're calling them now, in this set right here, and so on and so forth. You also have different gameplay features if you really want to search by that, but I really don't recommend you guys do this. This is just too much. Like there's just way too much going on in this tab to really make it convenient for people. So with that out of the way, what I recommend you guys do is actually use the search bar icon. You can see here it says search set name. So not only can you search up, let's say I want warhogs right there. There it is. There's the set just by typing in the word war. Let's say I want to pick a specific tank. Maybe I want to play the IS-7, for instance. So what I will do is I'll type in IS-7. In order to get the exact tank you want to show up, you have to type it in exactly how it's shown in your garage on screen. If you were to type in IS-7 without a dash in between the letters and the number, it will not show up. You need that dash in between the numbers and the letters for the tank to show up, or the tank set to show up that the tank is located in. But you can see, once I've searched it up properly, this is the set that the IS-7 is in. So then if I go to that set and I scroll to the right, there it is. There's the IS-7. A very nice way, in my personal opinion, of searching for specific tanks. So now we're going to take a look at how you unlock these sets. So for me, a player who has a lot of the tanks in the game, you will notice if I were to click on one of these sets, let's say I click on this set right here, it will bring me to all of the tanks that I have unlocked with a check mark beside them, and you can see the level at which they are unlocked. So right now, I'm looking at the J Panther 2, and it shows you below the different levels of the set. So level 1, level 5, level 10, and it goes all the way up to level 100. So right now, the J Panther 2 is a level 60 tank in this set. What that means is because I had the J Panther 2 in the previous version of the game, or the current version of the game, when Unreal Engine comes out, my set will already be past level 60. And what that means is every other tank below level 60 will be available for purchase if I don't already have that. So if you look here, level 50 is the J Panther, which I have researched, but I don't have it purchased. And because I'm past level 60, or past the level that this tank is at, I could purchase it if I so choose. So let's take another look at a different example. Let's go to this one right here, Blades of Prosperity. So because I have the WZ already unlocked, and in my garage, it means that any of the other lower tiered tech tree vehicles from this current game in Unreal Engine, I will be able to purchase them. I know it says content is in development, but it will be showing credits underneath there, and I can purchase them for credits. So, and it goes the same with collector vehicles as well, like the Object 268V4. Because I have that vehicle, if I didn't have the WZ121 GFT, I would be able to purchase it for gold because I have the higher tier unlocked. So it's kind of how it works. You can see here, like, set levels are very important. If you don't have a high set level, then like none of these tanks would be able to get unlocked. So it really depends on what tanks you already have in the game unlocked that will determine your set level. So you can see here, the Seek, Strike, and Destroy set. I have very few of these lower tier tanks right now. And yeah, so I'm going to need to get my set level increased in order for me to get these tanks or the ability to unlock them with credits. You can see here, you can technically buy the set levels with gold, but I strongly recommend you guys don't do this at all. Just grind it using one of the tanks in the set. You can see here I do have the Super Hellcat, so I could use that tank to then unlock the set levels from level 1 all the way up and to the max level. Now, let's say I've unlocked level 100 in this set right here. You can see here, once you reach level 100, you do get access to these crates right here. And that is because you are still earning XP once you reach max level, and that will go into an unlimited loop. Like, you can keep leveling up forever and ever and ever. It'll just keep progressing these containers. So this is an unlimited supply of these containers. So let's say you love playing your E50M and you keep playing it even though you're already level 100 in the set. Your set level will still go up. You'll get these containers, and inside of them you will get different rewards, which is kind of neat. It's a good way to get free stuff, especially if you've already leveled up your tanks or your sets to max level. Next up, we're going to go over a different way to unlock these sets. So let's scroll down here, and let's say I want to unlock my Halloween tanks. You can see here, to unlock the set of Halloween tanks, I need to use keys, and I have 14 red keys right now, and 12 of them will be required to unlock this set, which will, if I click on that and I unlock the set, then I will be set to level 1 here, and I will be able to grind out the rest of the tanks in here. So like the Shadow Hunter, the Lightbringer, these are tanks that for some reason I don't have the Lightbringer in this update here, but I do have it on my account. But yeah, anyways, you get the idea. It'll show you what tanks you can then unlock by leveling up your set using these premium tanks in this case. So there you go. That's what keys are used for. I believe Wargaming is going to give everyone 30 keys to start off with. If you did play in the previous version of the game, I think they'll give you 30 keys, which will allow you to buy a couple of sets that you may not have. If you run out of keys, obviously Wargaming is going to try and make money off of this, so you're going to be able to buy keys in the store, whether or not like you like that feature. That's probably going to stay. Now, if you are wondering where your tier 1 to tier 3 tanks went, because obviously the tiers have been completely rearranged and tier 1 and 3 tanks, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 tanks are no longer available in the way that they used to be, you can go to your set tab, and if you scroll to vintage on the right hand side, this is where all of your lower tiered vehicles are going to live. They are completely separate from the rest of the tanks in the game, but they're still here. You have not lost your beautiful MS1 that I know all of you would love to have in your garage. So yeah, all of your low tier tanks are going to be available here, and it's using the same principles, which by earning more levels in the set, by playing the tanks you do have, you can unlock the ones, or the ability to purchase the ones that you don't have. So there you go. That's where all of your low tiered tanks are. So let's just recap what sets are in a nutshell. So basically, if you want to progress through a set, you can pick any tank that you currently have within that set and play it. You don't have to go in order. If you have a premium tank that's like level 40, like the Keeler, you can play that, and the entire set level will progress to help you unlock maybe the mouse. You don't necessarily have to use the motion to get the mouse. That's basically what that means. You also have your player level, which is at the top left of your screen right under your name. You can see I'm level 188, and every single time if you go to your, if you click on your icon and you go to player level, every single time you level up, you will get 5 set keys. And again, these set keys are what are going to allow you to unlock new sets that you don't already have. And unlocking those sets will then give you the option to grind down the sets and purchase the vehicles in those sets for either gold or credits or whatever else is required. Now, knowing that information that I just talked about, what are your opinions on sets in the game currently? What do you think about them in this test build? Do you think they're going to be a good addition to the game? In my personal opinion, I think sets are kind of overwhelming right now for me personally, and I'm sure they're going to be that way for a lot of people who are just diving into them first things first, because it's something completely new. We've always used the tech tree for the last 10 years of playing this game, which is actually insane to hear that coming out of my own mouth. But yes, 10 years of Blitz have been with the old tech tree. So for Wargaming to completely change it up and make a totally different system, like I said, it's overwhelming. It's going to be very, very difficult for the first couple weeks to get really used to a system like this, especially when the update comes out itself, if sets are still the way they are now. It's going to take you guys a while to get used to them. Do I think they're going to be more streamlined in the future? It's kind of hard to tell. I do really like the search bar feature that is available because it really helps to narrow down the tanks that you can find. I do like the fact that all of the tanks in the game are available in the sets. It's not like some of them are hidden from you unless they come into the shop like it currently is in Blitz now. I do like that all the tanks are there. But it's really going to be a test of time to see what other people, like you guys watching this video, think about the sets. Giving your feedback is going to be insanely important for the way this game plays out in the future, as right now you guys have access to the test. Some of you do. Please share your feedback, not only to my comment section, but to Wargaming directly. Maybe that be on their server. I don't really know how they're going to do a feedback form, but I know there will be one eventually. So make sure you guys fill that out. Make sure you actually give constructive criticism as to what you don't like, what you do like. That will help guide Wargaming in the proper direction for this massive update that they're going to be implementing. So there you go, guys. That is sets for you in World of Tanks Blitz. Again, it's a very, very big change. I know it's going to be very overwhelming for a lot of people to start things off, but over time, who knows? It might be a very streamlined way of viewing all of the tanks in the game. So with that out of the way, for any of you who are not yet subscribed to my channel, I highly recommend you do so, as it's a fantastic way to support content like this and stay up to date when I post more Unreal Engine content from the test build in the near future. Stay tuned for those new videos, guys. I'll be doing videos on every single part of Unreal Engine. So yeah, looking forward to doing that, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye, guys.